Hello and welcome to this week's Dvar Torah. In this week's Parsha, Parshas Emor, we read about certain restrictions that the Kohanim, the priests, had, and things that they were not allowed to do. One of those things is that a Kohen is not allowed to come into contact with a dead body, and he's not allowed to be in the room with a dead body. But the Torah makes an exception. The Torah says that even though a Kohen is not allowed to come into contact with a dead person, nevertheless a Kohen is allowed to come into contact with his father and mother, brother and sister, son and daughter, and wife. Why does the Torah make this exception? Why did the Torah think it was important enough to waive this restriction for these family members? And I think the answer is quite obvious. Because the Torah realizes, and God realizes, that yes, we can expect a Kohen not to contaminate himself or not to come into contact with a corpse in general terms. But when we're dealing with family, when we're dealing with parents, siblings, children, or spouses, there's something much, much deeper and something much greater going on. And Hashem says, I don't want this person to have to suffer so badly not to be able to even come to his own parents' funeral, to his own child, to his own siblings, to his own spouse's funeral. There's a limit, and this is where we draw the line. And I think the lesson from these prohibitions, and as well from the lifting of these prohibitions, is one that we really need to take to heart. And that is, family is so important. Even something that's prohibited in the Torah has been waived for family. Many a time families get into arguments, they get into machlokas, and they argue for years, for decades sometimes. And very often it's about narishkeit, and it's about silly things. And it might even be about money, it might be about a lot of money. But is it really worth falling out with family, falling out with the most important people in your life? About a bit of money? About a car? About a house? About a comment that was made? I think we need to realize from this week's Sedra how important family is, how much we have to value family, how much we have to invest in family. And if we realize the importance of family, we invest in family, then a lot of these machlokas, a lot of these arguments for ribbles and all sorts will just disappear. Because people will realize, above everything else, family is most important. I wish you all a very good Shabbos.